are back from the Travelers Radio Deck, brought to you by Big Y. And the Daily Pickle is brought to you by New England Undercoating. Summer's a good time to book an EU, and it gets packed in the fall, and it's tougher to get on the schedule. So get it done while appointments are available. And you fleet owners out there and municipalities, save some money in the long run by protecting your fleet of vehicles with New England Undercoating. I don't know. I want to start with the LSU Wake Forest game last night in college baseball because I watched the last 3-4 innings, and it was a 2-2 game. It was amazing. Both teams were playing amazing defense, getting great relief pitching. I thought the managers, you call them managers in college. You call them head coaches.
They're coaches.
So their head coaches did a great job. And then Wake Forest, in the bottom of the 8th inning, they were in a huge jam. There's a left-handed hitter up. He hits a shot to the third baseman. The third baseman cannot come up with the ball cleanly. He's in foul territory. He basically double clutches. He throws it to the catcher in the dirt. While scooping it out of the dirt, he's at the same motion. It's all one motion. He tags out the LSU base runner to keep the score 2-2. Then that same catcher drives in the go-ahead winning run in the top of the 9th, and Wake Forest goes on to upset. Well, not really. They're the number 1 seed, but take out LSU, who was a perennial powerhouse in the College World Series. So LSU, they still can play, right? They still have a game left because it's double elimination.
They're playing Tennessee now.
Yep.
They're in an elimination game. The winner will play Wake Forest. They'll have to beat the Demon Deacons twice in order to advance. That's the situation now with Oral Roberts and TCU. The winner will play Florida, who has to beat the Gators twice in order to advance to the championship series.
And earlier in the day, Stanford was eliminated by Tennessee, and we called that karma because you overworked that kid and threw him 156 pitches. But, no, listen, I watched great defense in the major leagues last night. Rafael Devers came up with a barehanded play, and John Ashmead and I were talking about that. That is the most difficult play for any third baseman at any level because you can't get a grip on the ball. You just have to catch it. You have to do it in one motion, catch it, grip it with 3 or 4 fingers, and basically almost bowl it to the first baseman underhand and hope you throw a strike. So when you see a guy successfully do that at the major league level with a fast runner, Casas had an amazing start. The one thing I will say about Tristan Casas is Tristan can stretch like nobody else.
Yeah.
At his size, like 6'6", 6'7", he stretches as well as anybody. And so I may have said he wasn't the best athlete on the team. I take that back. That guy's actually a very good first baseman. He's just an inconsistent hitter and annoys me because I just think he's got so much more in that body.
Well, right now the Red Sox are being consistent, winning 4 in a row. They're looking pretty good, especially at the plate.
Their pitching the last month is under 3 ERA.
Paxton's got to start last night.
The big Maple from Canada, he threw really well last night. The Twins right now are kind of in a little down cycle, and you want to hit these guys while they're down, but they're still leading the American League Central with a losing record. That just shows you their division. And they still have a very good team. Minnesota has got a very good team. And I think the Red Sox have a very good team. But you've beaten up that bullpen so much. But Kenley Jansen gives you at least a solid final 3 outs of any contest. I like the Red Sox making a comeback here if they could just maybe get healthy. Adam Duvall came back. It's been a huge spark to that lineup offensively. But they're playing better defense too. And that helps. 2 weeks ago, they were one of the worst fielding teams in baseball. Now they're definitely in an uptick as far as how they're catching the ball.
It'll be Cutter Crawford on the mound for the Boston Red Sox tonight against a guy that I got to cover at College of Charleston, Bailey Ober, just 27-year-old, getting the start for Minnesota against the Red Sox. Scherzer and the Mets were on it last night. They beat the Houston Astros.
They pummeled the Astros last night, man. They weren't on it. They were killing the kid. What is his name? Hunter. Who's the kid that got beat up last night?
I forget his name.
Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown was the hunted. He was the prey last night as they pummeled him. 11-1 was the final score. Hunter Brown, for his trouble, 5 2/3, 7 hits, 6 earned runs, and a couple of home runs that he gave up last night. So the good news is Alonso is back in that lineup, a lot like Aaron Judge, and that's the thing. You want these guys to come back, be healthy, and contribute. As even if you're getting guys that get better pitches for the rest of the lineup. And then Scherzer, 8 strong innings, man. Gave up 1 run, 8 strikeouts, gave up that 1 run on a home run but 91 pitches, very economical, almost got his ERA under 4.
Justin Verlander goes tonight against his old team, the Houston Astros. Framber Valdez will be the starter for the Houston Astros. But
Framber's got one of the best cutters and best changeups in the sport.
2.27 ERA, but hasn't got a lot of support. 6-5 on the year. We'll see what happens tonight. I thought the best.
You're burying the lead.
I'm
the story
about
of the
to
night.
get to it.
Go
man.
ahead.
The best story of the
Spit it
night:
out.
Cincinnati Reds again. They beat the Rockies in heroic fashion from Mr. Joey Votto. The highest paid player on this team, the oldest paid player in this team, maybe one of the oldest players in baseball.
He is.
Finally got back to the lineup last night. And we were wondering how this would change the mojo of a red-hot streak from the Cincinnati Reds. And he's just what the doctor ordered last night. They needed him to win. He had a big home run, had the game-winning
hit, played first base. He's 39 years old, but his post-game remarks were amazing. He talked about, I would not come back healthy unless I was 100%, and I could catch up to where the team is. He's like, the team has left me behind. The culture has left me behind. They've got a bunch of young stars on this team, and he loves the direction that they're going in. And so he wanted to be in tune with them, not with him. It's not his team anymore, he said. He said it's their team, and he's just trying to help them contribute and get to the postseason. And just everything he said was very humble. He's like, listen, I haven't been doing a lot of interviews because I don't want to take away from what they're doing. I don't want to be a distraction whatsoever. So I love everything. I love Joey Votto even more after everything that he said because it was for so many athletes getting into trouble off the field or off the court or any of that stuff, or other guys that are kind of egomaniacs and just absolutely worried about their own selves and narcissistic. This guy, he's a breath of fresh air in Cincinnati.
All right, let's talk some stats. Kurt sent me this just before the show.
Louis Arise?
No, not him yet.
Not going to get to him yet?
Well, let's put him in the mix. So Arise is about to hit 400.
No, he is hitting 400 now. He got back to 400. Yeah, last night he was 5 for 5. He's leading the National League and hitting at 400.
All right, so put him on one side of the aisle because he's going up against basically Ted Williams and the last guy to hit 400 in a major league.
406 back in, I think, 1941 or 42.
Now you've got Acuna Jr., who is one of the few players with 30-plus stolen bases, 15 home runs before the All-Star break. Do you know any of the other players that are on that list? There are 3 other people. 2 of those 3 have done it twice.
Lou Brock.
No.
Ricky Henderson.
Twice. He did it back in 1986 with the New York Yankees and also 1990 with
Tim
the
Raines.
Oakland Athletics. No, that's a great guess, though. Here, I'll give you a clue. 70s in the Houston Astros uniform.
Joe Morgan.
Cesar Cedeno. And also in 1987 from the Cincinnati Reds, Eric Davis, also on that short list. I thought that was pretty interesting with you sitting here. But Ronald Acuna Jr., 30-plus steals. Not the steals leader. It's that kid from the A's. What's his name, John? Ruiz, Esteury Ruiz. I think he's got 36 on the year. And I was asking you, how many did Ricky have? Are these guys getting close and
not even close? Ricky Henderson, 82, stole 130 bases. Nobody's beating that.
I was going to ask, what'd be better or what's going to happen, more likely to happen, the 400 batting average or the stolen bases record getting broken? But you just answered that right there.
I think 400's got a better chance. Here's the thing. Ricky finished with 1,400 stolen bases over 25 years, average 74 bases stolen a year. I'd like to see that for like 5 years. Somebody steal 75 a year for 5 years. That would be an incredible feat. I do like it. I don't like that it's a forced rule now. And, you can only throw over twice, and then, now you can steal second base.
Right.
Basically gifting it to the athletes. But, Ricky was amazing because Ricky dove head first. And he abused himself because he was such a genetic freak. Just absolutely. He was built like a linebacker in the NFL. And it was absolutely one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
All right, so our friend Renee Dinino finally made it to the Traveler'S Championship. She will be down in the fan zone. Come on over here on the interview side. She finally made it to the Traveler'S Championship. She will be down in the fan zone with community access and a whole host of the Birdies for Charities folks for the Traveler'S Championship. You all right? Everything good?
I'm so excited. I love my booth this year, and I love the whole feel of this. It looks like, I don't know, I'm just so excited, you guys. you know how much I love sports.
Oh my God!
huge.
Oh my God!
That's
You
the
wait all
long
year
way,
just for the
Renee,
Travelers. Holy cake!
That was a real nickname I had, by the way.
That's why I know it.
Thank you. But I just love it here. The feeling, the camaraderie, and watching everybody. Now we've got some pros like practicing.
Yes, it's their big practice
Yeah, this
day.
is what we're here for, actually. Thursday through Sunday, all these guys are going to be playing for millions.
Tomorrow
of
they have the
dollars.
Pro-Am, so they really don't get to practice. They
I
have to
really-
kind of entertain some celebrities.
Honestly, thought people were here for my mini golf tomorrow.
Now that's a big deal.
We
for
will
both
be
of
there.
us. More
Listen,
than
you guys
anything.
win, so you have to bring your winning magic.
Well, that's all we do. So, who is our charities now?
So I have Kenway's Cause, and you have
The Miracle League of Northern Connecticut.
Yep. So, and we're playing in 2 separate heats, so there's a good possibility both of our charities are gonna win.
There
Usually
you
that's what's
go.
happening. That happened the last couple of times that we've
It
done the
does.
mini golf, and I think everybody got so jealous of us winning they shut mini golf down.
Yeah.
for a couple
They
years.
did.
They're
for a
like,
couple of
we're
years.
gonna try to freeze out Dibble and Darnell
That's
and
fine.
not let them win anymore.
Whatever.
Listen, you guys are on what's called the radio deck. If people want to come say hello to you, I will be in the fan zone. I'll be in my Birdies for Charity booth. It's sponsored by Webster Bank and Enterprise Car Rental.
What are you next to down there?
The mini golf.
Yeah,
There you
can't
go.
miss
So
it.
you can't miss it. And so we just set up everything. We just tested it out. And if you're coming and you're a nonprofit, come on in our booth. We'll give you an interview. We'll promote it. I know you guys have been promoting Birdies for Charity here. There has to be a charitable arm to the championship, as Nathan and Andy tell you
Yes.
guys. So that's what I'm doing down there.
This year, Renee, they're trying to give away $3 million.
Could
Speak
you
on that. Speak on the
imagine?
history of how much money we have given to the state of Connecticut's charities.
So this is an interesting story, actually. So when this first started out, Birdies for Charity, we were at $500,000. This year,
That seems like chump change
right?
nowadays.
This
Yep.
year we are on. We started out at $500,000. This year on track for $3 million. Last year over $2 million to
That's
charities of Connecticut.
Actually, 2.5.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Amazing. And
we just
and
talked to Andy and Nathan, so it was $2.5 million
so
last
two and a half
year.
million. So that's why we're on track for 3 now. And then with Webster Bank, they do the 15% to every dollar earned for the charity. So for every birdie, that's absolutely incredible. And it's just nice to see you two out.
You too.
In the
Nice to see you out and about.
No, this is so fun. Why can't we get Bob Cleaver? We want this. Why can't we do this every day?
It would be cost
Boost morale.
prohibitive.
Boost morale.
It would boost morale.
It would boost morale.
So you can see us on our YouTube. You go to the Rob Dibble channel on YouTube. Also, you go to 979espn.com for our websites, community access website.
Yep, mycommunityaccess.com, and you can follow along on Instagram and Facebook. Find Renee Dinino, and you can see pictures. And of
Yep.
course, you guys, this is probably going to sound shocking to both of you.
Dogs.
Yeah, I've got dogs coming. I have some canines
When's
coming
the
to
dog
say-
day?
So we're having some visitors from actually Cromwell Police Department. Sergeant Carlson, he's going to bring Canine Bane
That's our
to visit
guy.
us. Yep, he's going to come visit us over the next couple of days. Amy Kurkowski, Officer Kurkowski of the Berlin Police Department, she's going to come say hello on Sunday. I have Officer Gardino from Harvard PD with Canine Katie coming and getting some finalization, but I think also Heidi and Officer Rich Simons from
Heidi is a
Yale.
dog.
So,
Heidi is a
yep,
dog.
yes, Officer Heidi. Sorry, I do apologize. But they're coming this weekend as well. So we're going to have dogs. We're going to have fun. We're giving away prizes in our booth. And, yeah, and you guys get to be up here. What a gorgeous view. I hope people just tune into your channel just to get this view.
For sure. And we're kind of a little too close. Dibs is a little loud. He's
I'm my booming voice, and I get a lot of dirty looks. So
No, I think they're looking at you going, wow, I wish I had his voice.
yeah.
Oh,
Who
God,
is
I
that
hate my
sexy
voice.
man up there?
Who's that sexy man in
Sounded
voice?
like a god.
You're too kind.
You guys are out of your
too
mind.
kind.
You guys are. You
What
guys
else
need
do you got going on?
All right, so like I said, we've got the gift cards to Big Y and to Train. I'll be giving away at my booth. But right now, we're also working on, and actually, I don't know, why don't we just unveil it now, Rob? You have agreed to be the keynote speaker for the 103rd Airlift
Yes.
Military U.S. Guard. You're going to be the keynote speaker. That's going to be September 9th, 9/11
You're going to write
weekend.
my speech, though.
I was just going to
I
say,
am
how's
not
the
going
speech
to
going
write
to go?
your speech.
How is the speech
But
going to go?
they're so excited to have you.
I
I'm going
can't
to MC
wait.
the
It's an
military
honor.
ball. It's going to be at the New England Air
Absolute
Museum, so
honor.
we're working on that. We're working on a couple of walks coming up. There's an animal advocacy event this weekend that we're going to be at. Connecticut Food Share wanted me to let everybody know they are in desperate need right now. So ctfoodshare.org.
That's huge.
Summer meals are big right now,
Yep.
so that's
Because
happening.
school let out,
Yep.
so
Yes.
the kids can't be getting their backpacks and stuff right now.
You know this. I know you know this for a fact, but summer is actually worse for hunger insecurity.
Absolutely. than any other month.
Than any other time of the year. So think about that. So we're working on that.
Yeah, we get schooled. Our hands-on Hartford friends school us on this all the time, and the
Mm-hmm.
need. They just talk about Hartford, but multiply that by 100 in this state, and it's the same issue over and over again in every single town.
Yep. So want you to think about that. Something else that we're working on. I'm just trying to think of the events that I have coming up, and right now I'm like drawing a blank, but we have so many events coming up. I think she's even louder than you.
She is pretty loud. You got any rock concerts coming up? Any things coming up? You do a music show,
you've
don't
been
you?
hanging out with any of your rocker
you know what?
friends?
Did we make I never made the announcement on your show who won to open up for Foreigner.
Who won to open
So
up for Foreigner?
Mercy High School.
Oh, that's right. That's awesome.
Mercy High School in Connecticut. We did a contest on all of our stations, and so we got tons and tons of submissions. And
it was a battle of the bands.
It was a battle of the
How
bands.
good
so
were
Mercy,
they?
They were fantastic. So now they're going to work on a classic rock compilation of 5 minutes. They're going to perform and open the Foreigner farewell tour September 1st at Mohegan Sun.
That's
Awesome.
fantastic.
So
What a
congratulations,
thrill for those
Mercy
kids.
High School.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. And and then you know what? You'll come with me.
What?
Sal will not. My husband is Sal, and I love him very much. But he told me I needed to grow up because I want to go see Rob Zombie so bad on
Oh my God, I've
September
seen him so
10th.
many
Dude,
times,
Alice Cooper's going to be there. Grow up. Are you
Ministry
kidding
is
me?
going to be there.
Oh, bring it.
Are you kidding me?
Bring
So
it.
I want to see Rob Zombie in Ministry so bad.
I've been seeing Rob Zombie so
I know.
long. He was with White Zombie back in
Well,
the
of
day.
course.
Touring with
White-
AC/DC when I was still in spring training in 1996.
I saw his very first concert, his very first show in Connecticut. I'm a member.
Isn't he amazing?
Literally a member. When they did this, they had a Living Dead Girl fan club. I am in it.
That's hard
I
to
didn't
believe.
know that
is
about
hard
you.
to
That's
believe.
one of my
Rob
all-time
Zombie,
top
please.
5 favorite groups is Rob Zombie and
What
White
is
Zombie.
Sal saying? Grow up. He needs to
He's like,
get
because I
out
was
and
like,
about, old man.
I know Sal, so I need someone to go
He's
to the show
listening
with
to
me.
like James Taylor and some real mellow.
And he listens to the Rob Dibble show. We know
All right,
that.
you guys.
You're the best. We love you, Renee.
I love you both very much, but I want to go home now.
All
All right,
get out of
Jen
here.
Rosati, president of the CT Sun, will join us next.